Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Mood616 here, and yes, it is that time for another Top 10 Tuesdays list. Alrighty, yeah, this is going to be episode 13, and for this week's Top 10 list, it's going to be Top 10 holiday horror films. Yeah, and that just means any type of holiday. Holiday or not, or kind of holiday, Yeah, I mean, we all know that some of these days are technically not like stat holidays and whatnot, but let's not get real technical about it. But the way I did this list is I tried to not repeat the same holiday by putting two films of the same holiday in my list. So I actually do have 10 different holidays to show here. So the reason why I did that is because I didn't want to, have like 5 or 6 Christmas films in here, because essentially I could do a top 10 Christmas holiday or Christmas horror film list pretty fucking easy. So with no further ado, let's get right into this. Number 10, I've got Cinco de Mayo, of course the holiday Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, this one right here is released by Slasher Video. It's kind of like a shot on video. It's not really shot on video though. It's actually like their only like new title that they released. Well, I think they've released actually 1 or 2 newer ones, but this one's basically about a guy, Mexican descent, of course, or Spanish descent. He basically kind of gets fired unjustly. Basically, all he wants to do is just kind of, raise awareness to the Spanish community and stuff about certain issues and whatnot. Gets fired and then goes on a fucking rampage because he was a nice guy and they turned him bad. Cinco de Mayo is fun. It's super low budget, but I mean, I've heard a lot of people say they didn't really care for this one, but I thought it was actually a fucking blast. I had a blast. I love the lead character in this, but Cinco de Mayo, of course, had to throw this in there because, yeah, Cinco de Mayo, awesome. Yeah, that was number 10. All right, so getting into number 9 here. And we've got, of course, Thanksgiving, with Thanksgiving. Yes, gobble gobble, motherfucker. The first time I watched this movie, I fucking was dying laughing. This shit was so retarded and funny. This movie has practically some of the worst acting I've ever seen in my life in a film, but it goes perfectly with the cheesy jokes. It's a killer turkey, for Christ's sake. The funniest part in this movie, I think, is when the group of friends that show up at this girl's house to visit or to see her dad, and the turkey's already beat them there. He's killed the father and he's wearing his face, and they're talking to the turkey like it's her father. Oh my god, it's fucking so ridiculous. This movie's fun as hell though, man, I gotta say. Definitely a lot better than part 3. It's the only movie that ever skipped its own sequel. It's fucking awesome. But yeah, Thanksgiving, fun stuff. Number 9. Number 8, of course, we've got 4th of July, Independence Day, with Uncle Sam. I Want You Dead. Man, this movie right here is some cheesy ass 90s fun right here. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. Of course, this one is directed by William Lustig, who is responsible for directing my favorite slasher film of all time. Everyone knows that. Yeah, this one's pretty interesting. A soldier that gets killed comes back to life, starts punishing the unpatriotic people. Cheesy storyline, but fucking fun ass shit, man. This is one that doesn't really get talked about a whole lot for some odd reason. Maybe it's because people don't like it or they've just never seen it. I don't know. But yeah, it's a fun flick, man. Uncle Sam, can't go wrong. And that was number 8. Number 7, I've got The Tripper. I'm pretty sure this is like President's Day, the holiday President's Day. So The Tripper, of course, it's this movie right here was, I don't think it was written by David Arquette, but actually no, it does say written by David Arquette. Yeah, this movie right here is basically about, kind of his love letter to the Reagan era. I actually read an interview with David Arquette one time, and he grew up in that time and, kind of dealt with all that bullshit with the Reagan era. So this is his kind of, love letter, quote unquote, to, that era and stuff like that. But yeah, of course, the killer going around wearing a fucking Reagan mask and stuff like that. But this is a fun flick, man. It's one that doesn't get a whole lot of love, but I think it's a really great flick. And surprisingly, directed by David Arquette, out of all fucking people, and written by him too, which is insane. But got some familiar faces in there. Jason Mewes. Yeah, fun flick though, man. I highly recommend this one, which is The Tripper. And that was number 7. Number 6, of course, we've got April Fool's Day with April Fool's Day. Yeah, I hate this cover, man. This is like the reissued one. Fuck, always pissed me off. I never got the original one, but yeah, this one's fun, man. It's a great film. I remember watching this one when I was a kid and just being baffled and blown away by the end, because, you know, as a kid, you don't really see the end coming and stuff like that. So, but yeah, this one's got some familiar faces, and Amy Steele's in it, and of course you got, I always forget the guy's name, but Biff from Back to the Future's in this one too. Fun flick though, man. April Fool's Day, gotta love it. Number 6. Number 5 is Ghost Keeper. This one is set on New Year's Eve. I went with this one, kind of an obscurity. I originally had New Year's Evil in this top 10, and then I actually removed it for this one because I remember this one actually takes place on New Year's Eve. So the obvious choice is probably Terror Train, but and Bloody New Year. But yeah, Ghost Keeper, this one's fucking fantastic, man. It's set and filmed in Banff, not Banff, no, it's in Alberta, close to where I live, in Canada here. This one is basically about Wendigo. Got that storyline going for it and stuff. But yeah, this is a great flick, really, really under fucking rated. Yeah, if you ever come across this, grab it. It's fantastic. It is a Code Red title, so, you know, it's probably stupid priced. But yeah, this is a fucking awesome atmospheric flick that no one ever talks about. Ghost Keeper, check it out. Awesome shit. That was number 5. Number 4, I have to go with The Wicker Man. I pulled out this one because I do have the DVD, but that's just the theatrical cut. I actually really do like watching the extended cut on here, because it's, you know, it's a little bit longer. How much does it say there? About 11 minutes longer. Original Anchor Bay. Yeah. But yeah, this is a great flick, man. Of course, this is takes place on May Day. Yeah, May Day, the holiday. So yeah, Wicker Man. I mean, honestly, this is such a fucking amazing flick, man. One of the best films out of the UK, in my opinion. Horror films. Awesome flick. Everyone knows about The Wicker Man. Yeah, if you've never seen it, do yourself a favor and check it out. It's fucking fantastic. All right, number 3. We've got My Bloody Valentine. Of course, Valentine's Day. This movie right here, I can watch over and over and over again. Never get sick of it. I fucking love this movie with a passion. It's just, it's so crazy when you watch this version, you know, with all the, you know, footage put back into the film, and it just really fucking blows my mind thinking that all that shit was cut out of the film. Like, this movie is so different without all those scenes. It's crazy. But My Bloody Valentine, everyone knows about the story. Fucking love it to death. Great flick. Number 3. Number 2 is Trick or Treat. I do own this on Blu-ray also, but I really like this DVD edition because it's got this fantastic, like, you know, kind of embossed slipcover. And of course, it's actually got the reverse. You know, it's got different art underneath, which is awesome. I love that shit right there. It's fantastic. Love it. Trick or Treat has became my favorite anthology film of all time. I fucking love... This movie is perfect. It's a perfect film. It's executed so perfectly. Amazing stories just brought together as one. It's such a... It's just perfect. I don't know what else to say, but everyone knows about this one. But, of course, this one's representing Halloween. Trick or Treat, number 2. And my favorite one of all time. This is my favorite Christmas horror film of all time. It's Black Christmas. One of my favorite movies of all time, period, hands down. Like I said, I probably could have done a top 10 Christmas-themed horror film list because I'm very versatile with Christmas horror films, as most people probably know. I love them. But yeah, this one's by far my favorite Christmas-themed film and holiday-themed film. What can I say about this movie? This movie is a perfect 10 out of 10. It's just fantastic. It's got my favorite ending out of any film in the world. I just love the way this shit ends. It's just so fantastic. It's executed so perfectly. Creepy fucking movie. Awesome. Great characters. What can I say? Black Christmas, number 1. I'll rip through them. Number 2, we got Trick or Treat. Number 3, My Bloody Valentine. Number 4, The Wicker Man. Number 5, Ghost Keeper, which is New Year's Eve. Number 6, April Fool's Day. Number 7, representing President's Day, The Tripper. Number 8, Independence Day, which is Uncle Sam. Number 9, Thanksgiving. Yeah. And number 10, of course, Cinco de Mayo. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this edition of Top 10 Tuesdays, episode 13. Man, I can't believe that we've already been doing this for 13 weeks. That really blows my mind. Having a lot of fun. We got tons more theme weeks coming up, so stay tuned if you're enjoying these. And remember, if you're watching these, you can jump on board with these too. I'd love to see more videos from people. I love watching top 10 lists. They're always entertaining. And yeah, so make sure to go and sub everyone else that is involved in these. We got Dubby Dubbles, my man Zach, also known as Movie Guy 666, Matt from You and Your Horror Movies, and Jesse Midnitekrawlr, who's not with us right now, but he said he is probably going to return once he gets his shit together. But you know how it goes. Alrighty, guys. Peace out.